Stand by for action. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you are all staying safe and well. Today is April the 29th, 2022, and as you can see I have an unboxing to perform. This particular box is from FMS. Let's see what's inside. And there it is, the FMS 1.4 meter pits, and this is the V2, as you can all clearly see by what's written on the box. I'm going to somehow work out where I can put this box so I can open it up, get the stuff out and let you see it. It's a big box, so bear with me. Okay, before we dive into this, I do have to warn you, I am operating on one ear at the moment. My right ear is completely blocked. It's my own stupidity. I'm currently using ear drops, but I can't hear a thing from my right hand side. So if I'm shouting at some points in this video and quiet at others, I'll try and balance that out in the pre-production of the video, but you just never know what you're going to get. Let me find somewhere to put this box so we can get the contents out and then we can start looking at it. Okay, here we are. This, I guess, is the lower wing. Don't know what you call that pattern, sunburst. I mean, it's been around a while, this plane, but it's done really well. It's sprayed red with white stickers with black lines. That's all stickers. But it's done well because they're curved under. It's got foam hinges. They've got a shine to them, the hinges have. And I guess that must mean it's laminated. Very nice. 17-gram analog servos. I love the way you've got the sunburst or whatever here, but underneath it's just striped. It's going to help a lot with orientation. Ball links on your horns. The horns are double-sided, so they're possibly screwed. I can't tell because there's a sticker over there, but there are two round circles. But that might be like these, it might be a mould, but somehow they do go through both sides. As I said, here a ball link. I have noticed that the push rod is not connected on the top of the horn, it's connected 3 down. We'll have to see what that gives us. There is a spar tube running all the way along this wing, so it has a spar, and you can see here, I'm not going to take it out, but the servo lead is tucked away in there. You have to pull that out, but it's lovely. Again, it's very hard. I say again because I found this on the Beaver. You can see it, but it's hard to see the actual cellular structure of the foam. It's done so well. Plastic, big long plastic mount here. These are for your wing supports, for your top wing supports. They actually go on and clip back here. Yeah, nice. So that is one wing. Here we have 2 wing spars. There'll be one for the lower and one for the upper. Pairs of wings. Here's the other wing. The lower wing. No lights, but that's okay. I will be putting This is the lower wing. Yeah, I'll definitely be putting some tape here and then some Velcro, and I will attach my easy lights. This looks glued on there almost. Yeah, it is. Look, it's really pressed hard. But it doesn't matter because that gets butted up and you never see it again. It's got plastic mounts where you join these onto the fuselage and holes for screws, and it will be the pegs that go into here that have the brass on them. 17-gram analog servo, excellent quality, excellent quality. What FMS are doing, they're packing this in a split level. I think the Beaver was split level as well. Currently we're just looking at wings. And here is your top wing. I love the rib. It's faked obviously, but it really looks good. See the ribs there. Now this aileron is a slave, it needs moving, but it is a slave aileron to the bottom wing. The bottom wing has the servos. There is a connector from the bottom aileron up to the top aileron, which is this little thing here, and that links them up together. So you do have 4 moving ailerons. You can see the top wing has a spar running through there. It has a spar running through the front of it. It has a spar running through the ailerons. And it also has a tube for the main wing spar, which runs along here. As you can see, it runs along there. There's one of those red clips for your wing support. Yeah, really nice. And here is one half. See the hole there and a hole there, where and a plate actually goes over there and a plate goes over there, which locks these two together, and then you actually put screws, 4 screws through. Here's the last of the wings. It's actually much bigger than I thought. I mean, it is a 1.4 metre, but it's going to take a lot of space. Exactly the same. This is the slave ailerons. They're big ailerons. They don't have a huge amount of movement actually. That's full deflection on the aileron. See that? And that's full down. That's full up. And that's full down. There's not a huge amount of movement on them. And hey presto! Oh my god! Wow! This is some packaging, I tell you, it is packed so well. I have to remember how to do it. FMS 1.4 pits. FMSmodel.com. We've got Chinese, French, German and English. We'll look at this in more detail when we build it. It's all screwing and no gluing. Before updating the program, apply power to Reflex unit using ESC. There we go. It's got a Reflex unit. Here are your wing joiners. I don't know which is which. And they're not plastic, they're foam. They're foam with a plastic piece running all the way through them up to the top. So they're quite lightweight. But if they do the job, look at this prop. This is a 15 by 9. This prop is 15x9 single blade prop. And guess what? You guessed it, I won't be using this. I'll be using this. And this is a 14x9 master air screw 3-blade prop. Here we have the tailplane and elevator. It's all one piece, as in it's connected by this massive, thick, chunky moulding, plastic moulding, and there's the horn with the ball link on it. Now that's got a lot of movement compared to the ailerons, but the quality is again superb. Red paint, white and black are stickers, decal stickers laid on. This basically sits on the fuselage, 2 screws, then the fin and rudder go on and slide into place, 1 screw holds it in. Yeah, very nice. Here's the undercarriage. My god, this is all willy woolly. Watch what happens when I let go. Boing! So basically what happens is this piece with these 2 notches engages with the fuselage. Then you screw in, I think, from both ends. And there's a piece on the fuselage that you put a self-locking nut on, a nylock I think they're called, and this will sit like that. Big wheels, nice sized wheels, wheel pants, and they look so good with these stickers on them. Here we have the fin and rudder, and the rudder is massive and it's got a lot of movement. It's quite flexible, it's quite free. It looks as though it's laminated down there. Yeah, it is actually, you can see it. Very nice. Again with this big plastic piece here that connects the tail wheel. Tail wheel tiller will go into there, and then you connect it onto your ball link and you've got lots of movement. As I said, this engages with the tailplane, slide it forward, 1 screw goes through the fuselage and engages in this plastic piece that is embedded into the foam with brass threads. This is a USB cable for your Reflex system. And then here's a goodie bag, and it has got the wing plates that lock the top wings together and provide support for your screws. There are 2 different size screws. There's a longer screw and a shorter screw. The manual will tell us what to use. 2 push rods with ball link connectors at the end, clevises. And 2 plastic spar things, which I think are for the tailplane, these long things here. They go up out of the fuselage and onto the tailplane. I don't know about those, they're very weak, they're plastic, they're probably just for show. We will fit them, but if it's anything like the HS123, they're going to get damaged. And that's all there is in there. Before we get to the fuselage, there are 2 rods with clevises at both ends. They are, of course, the rods that link the bottom aileron to the top aileron. So as it moves, it pushes the top aileron. So it's going to be pretty crucial to make sure they're adjusted correctly. They've actually come with a bit of fuel tubing over the end. Oh my god, this is huge. Oh, and it's heavy. It's H heavy. Heck. I don't know where to start with it. Can you see that? Wow. So this is the Mark II, and as you can see in there, they painted it red. And the Mark I, it's white. It's got a whacking great big motor in there. Oh my God. Oh dear. Yeah. So let's look at this fuselage. It's got big rivet markings on the fuselage, as you can see down there. Everything's red, everything's sprayed red. So I'm going to probably paint a few things gunmetal, like the exhausts here, just so they stick out a bit. These grills can be painted. I don't know, I'll have to take a look, see what we can do. I might paint that inside. I might take it off and paint the inside in there black rather than red, but at least it's not white, which is good. There's your wing struts for the top. Push the wings over there and screw them into those 4 holes with metal threads. Yeah. There's your wing mounting. The first round hole is of course for your spar, then the rectangular hole is for your servo wire. And there's your brass fittings to screw the wings on. It is so big I can't get it in view. There's your tail wheel and your tail wheel tiller that engages with the big plastic bit on your rudder. E-clip, not particularly nice. It's a shame actually, but I will be putting some foam tack on there. And here's another servo. They're going to be 17-gram servos. There's 2. There's one here, and there's one here, one here, and one here. And they're both for your, well, one's for your rudder and one's for your elevator. At the moment I couldn't tell you which is which. It's a plastic moulded piece here with some clips on it there for the supports for the tailplane. And you can see here, there's a block there as this fin and pushes in, and then there's a plastic piece here with the screw hole in it where you screw it there. Big canopy. It is massive. I had not realised just how big this canopy is. It is really big. Got a little hole there to let heat vent out, and it's got holes down there to let heat vent out. Okay, whoa, that is big. Look at that. See how the pilot's held in. They normally glue them in and screw them in from underneath. So this canopy will be coming off. That pilot will be going away. I have a different pilot all lined up for this. That's a big block of foam. And it's got cockpit details. Look at that. I'll have to find out how much one of those are, because as you know I buy replacement cockpits and I've cut this piece out so I can mount a camera in it, but that's going to be expensive. Holy smoke. Room for one more. Let's take a look at this. Look at that. This is cavernous. That's my fist. 2 fists. It's big. That is of course your Reflex. This is for your ailerons. Here's your rudder going down there. There's 2 going down there. So one will be your elevator and rudder. And that's your throttle. This links into your receiver, and I'm using an AR620. Doesn't matter where I put it, I'll just put it somewhere in there. Right, and this has a tray. And there's the tray. So what I will do on this, I will put shelf lining on the tray to stop slippage of the battery. Just looking to see if I can see the speed controller. It's a 50 amp speed controller down there, right in the middle of airflow. You see that down there? There's a 50 amp speed controller, and that light at the end is a gap And the gap is this chin piece here. This is a proper air scoop, and it goes in right over the speed controller and into this whole cavernous area in here. Now the other thing I've learnt by watching videos about this tray is that it can move. This should be interesting to see if we can get this in. Yeah, it goes in really well and it clicks, but it can move. Now I don't know if that's just the version 1 or the version 2, but Aviator has done a video where you put a little mod on this piece and you attach a block of foam which protrudes forward of this face, and what that does, as you put it in, it pushes up against the battery that you're using, once you've got the centre of gravity sorted out, of course, and that prevents that battery, when you pull high G manoeuvres, the weight of the battery is forcing the tray against its locks, and it has been known to come out. And the more you use it, of course, they're just plastic clips, they're going to wear away. So I will be making that mod on this. The batteries I'm using have an XT90 on them, and this has an EC, I have no idea what this is, EC5, which is 5 stands for 50 amp. I've got an XT90, but it's only a 50 amp speed controller, so I could get away with XT60s, because they're for up to 60 amps. I'll probably get an adapter for this rather than mess around cutting the ends off. So I'll get an EC5 to XT90 and I'll just use the batteries I've got for this. I've got a pair of them. Let's put this on, then I'll go and get the batteries. Right, this is a plastic piece here, so you should just be able to put this on. I don't know if you can, let's just see. Yeah, but make sure that locks forward to hold it in. Wow, what a plane. So I've got a few batteries for this. I have the Radiant Super Packs 6S 4000 mAh 50C, and that basically looks like this. And that has an XT90 on it, but that's the smaller one, so I've got 2 of these. Then the larger is the same brand, it's a Radiant Super Packs 6S 5000 milliamps, and that's a 50C, and that's this bad boy. There it is, FMS bits. So there's a tiny bit of Velcro holding this in this way. But that will now go in. That was heavy enough at the front without having to put a brick in it. So I will probably be getting some longer straps. Put that back in there. And the one thing I haven't seen is the spinner. So where is the spinner? And this massive thing is the spinner. Now it's got a nut recess in here that locks in on the drive shaft. So what I will be doing is I will be using this back plate, but I will add my own spinner to it because it will be a 3-blade spinner cover. So I need to keep that out because I have to measure across to work out what size 3-blade spinner I need. But this won't be used. It is big though. So there we have 1400 millimeter bits version 2, and this will be built pretty quickly. Looking forward to building this or screwing it together. Please do subscribe if you haven't. Do leave a comment, I will reply to all comments. So thanks for watching, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you on another video. Cheers.